tugunu kumaranga jere kokoro histoire o fenchama fulu fededa.
Mali is a nation rich in cultural heritage and with a deep historical significance.
Kadim sanu haklijing ute munudo ulu fowe.
It is also a country known for its ancient empires and vibrant tradition. Mali captivates visitors with its diverse landscapes, including the vast Sahara Desert, the River Niger, and the legendary city of Timbuktu.
Franchement, j'ai été quand même très touché parce que le festival, c'était une première édition à Djenné ici. Et ça a surtout mis en valeur la culture de Djenné qui a tendance quand même à un peu disparaître pour nous jeunes de la nouvelle génération.
Let's turn to Mali now. The United Nations Security Council has condemned yesterday's coup there, urging the soldiers involved to return to their barracks without delay. But the soldiers who ousted President Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta say, in fact, they plan to set up a civilian transitional government and hold new elections. They made an address on television. Here's an excerpt.
L'horreur est devenue le quotidien du Malien.
Horror has become the daily life of the Malian people. Malians have become refugees in their own country, prey to all difficulties. Highway banditry and armed robberies have become numerous. Terrorism and extremism are destroying social cohesion and are not inevitable. Bad governance and the frustration that comes from it has caused Malians to lose hope for a better tomorrow.
The Mali crisis refers to a series of conflicts and instability that have plagued the country since 1962.
A show of strength to impress these visitors, the military commanders from the Economic Community of West African States. The ECOWAS delegation was dispatched here to tell this man, Captain Amadou Hayasanogo, that he should hand back the power he seized in a coup.
They fully understand our position. Our condemnation was clear, and so was our call for them to restore the constitutional order. They got the message, and we came here to further stress our position.
What is most notable in a series of events that have collaborated to be the Mali crisis, a northern separatist rebellion sparked a military coup and an Islamic insurgent advance. The military collapsed in the north, where rebels bolstered by the arms from Libya and by fighters with ties to Al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb declared an independent state. By mid-2012, Akim and two allied local groups had outmaneuvered the separatists to assert control over much of the north. At Bamako's request, France intervened in the early 2013 to oust the Islamic armed group from major towns in the north.
Sunrise, and a column of French military is driving through the rice fields towards the town of Diaboli. We're in an armoured vehicle towards the back of the convoy. The road is rutted, the people poor. Villagers wave, curious as much as enthusiastic. The French Marines we're with were scrambled to Mali from Chad, another former French colony. This far corner of Africa, neglected for so long, is the new front line in what Western governments used to call the war on terror.
State personnel returned to some areas, while separatist rebels and other factions reasserted control in others.
People took us on a tour to the pharmacy that the jihadis had looted. The mobile phone exchange they destroyed to stop people communicating. The hospital they trashed. And the army base which they occupied until the French bombed it last Thursday. The jihadis took away the bodies of their comrades who were killed in their vehicles and around the base. But as they left, they said they'd be back in 2 months' time to impose Sharia on the town. On the outskirts, we followed French troops as they visited those in neighborhoods where they had attacked Islamists from the air, injuring several residents.
The jihadists came, we heard gunfire, and then they all eat in our houses.
The carcasses of jihadi vehicles, proof of the efficacy of airstrikes, but not that the war is over. The French do not want to stay in Mali for 10 years, but their enemy is heavily armed, mobile, and unlikely to give up easily.
But I love it.
The United Nations Security Council established the MINUSMA in mid-2013. This was to help stabilize the country. Veteran politician Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta was elected president later that year, and donors, including the United States of America, normalized relations with Bamako. French forces transitioned into Operation Barkhane, a regional counterterrorism mission, in the year 2014. Under immense international pressure to reach a peace deal in the north, President Keïta's government signed an accord in 2015 with two armed coalitions. One was led by ex-separatists and the other by pro-unity groups with ties to Bamako.
They've repeatedly said their goal is an independent state. Now they're here to try to convince their people to accept much less than that. It's clear these leaders of Arab and Tuareg movements have a tough task on their hands.
We think this is the most we can get in the current context and with the world community's level of readiness to accept our demands. So I think this is what's available to us for now.
These are the same leaders who announced what they called the Independent Republic of Azawad 3 years ago. Several months later in Burkina Faso, they signed a deal waiving their claim of independence in favor of limited self-rule. However, Mali's government failed to even discuss the self-rule demand. The new treaty will allow only the right to form local institutions in the north, more parliamentary representation for the north in Bamako, a role in the region's security for armed movements, more economic and social development in the area. The rebels have demanded Mali's government spends 40% of its budget in the north. The current agreement is similar to previous agreements signed in 1992 and in 2006. Most we talked to in this meeting are dissatisfied.
The peace deal mediated by Algeria with the international backing aimed at addressing northern political grievances, establishing state authority, demobilizing rebel fighters, promoting development in the north, and isolating designated terrorist groups which were not party to the talks. The crisis has resulted in political instability, displacement of people, and a significant humanitarian toll. Efforts to restore stability have involved international interventions, peace agreement, and ongoing challenges in addressing the root causes of the crisis, including governance issues and socio-economic disparity.